Did you know that Walt Disney was once fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination? Or that Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television? Failure isn't the end, it's often the beginning of greatness. Stay with me as we dive into the most unforgettable failures of famous figures and the powerful lessons they teach us. Failure, it's a word that most of us fear. Society often portrays it as something to avoid at all costs, but what if failure is actually the key to success? Some of the most iconic figures in history have faced monumental setbacks, moments when the world told them no, yet they turned those failures into incredible achievements. In this video, we're exploring the lessons learned from the unforgettable failures of individuals like Steve Jobs, J.K. Rowling, Michael Jordan, and more. These are stories of grit, resilience, and a mindset that refuses to quit. Here's what's fascinating. Failure is not a barrier, it's a teacher. So, if you've ever felt like you're falling short, this video is for you. By the end, you'll walk away with practical, life-changing insights to help you turn your own setbacks into success. Let's get started. J.K. Rowling's journey to creating the Harry Potter series is nothing short of extraordinary. Before she became one of the richest authors in the world, she faced relentless rejection. At her lowest point, Rowling was a single mother living on welfare. Her dream of publishing a book seemed impossible. When she finally completed the manuscript for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, it was rejected by 12 publishers. Some said it was too long for children. Others doubted its appeal entirely. Imagine hearing no a dozen times for something you poured your heart into. But here's where the lesson comes in: Rowling didn't stop. She believed in her story, in her characters, and in her ability to connect with readers. Eventually, a small publishing house took a chance, and the rest is history. Perseverance and self-belief can outshine even the harshest rejections. If you truly believe in your vision, don't let temporary roadblocks deter you. Remember, rejection is not the end, it's just part of the process. When you think of Michael Jordan, you think of greatness, 6 NBA championships, countless MVP awards, and a legacy that defines basketball. But did you know that he was cut from his high school basketball team? At just 15 years old, Jordan's dream of being a basketball star seemed crushed. His coach deemed him too short and not skilled enough to make the team. While many would have given up, Jordan did the opposite. Instead of letting the rejection define him, he turned it into motivation. He practiced harder, played longer hours, and pushed himself beyond his limits. By the next year, he had earned a spot on the team and began his climb toward becoming the legend we know today. Setbacks can be fuel for your fire. Use failure as motivation to work harder and improve yourself. Every no you hear can bring you closer to the yes that changes everything. Steve Jobs, the visionary co-founder of Apple, was fired from his own company at the age of 30. Imagine being ousted from the very company you helped build. For Jobs, it was a devastating blow, one that could have easily ended his career. But Jobs saw this failure as an opportunity. Instead of giving up, he started 2 new companies, Next and Pixar Animation Studios. Pixar, in particular, became a groundbreaking success, producing films like Toy Story and redefining the animation industry. When Apple eventually brought Jobs back, he used the lessons from his time away to turn the company into a global powerhouse. Products like the iPhone and MacBook are testaments to his resilience and ability to innovate after failure. Sometimes, failure redirects you to opportunities you never imagined. Don't let setbacks define your worth. Instead, use them to grow, learn, and come back stronger. Today, Oprah Winfrey is a global icon, known for her groundbreaking talk show, philanthropy, and media empire. But her career started with a crushing failure. In her early 20s, Oprah worked as a news anchor in Baltimore. She was told that she was too emotional and unfit for television. Her bosses demoted her to a daytime talk show, essentially sidelining her career. But Oprah turned that demotion into an opportunity. She brought her authentic self to the talk show format, connecting with audiences in a way no one else could. That emotional vulnerability, once seen as a weakness, became her greatest strength. The Oprah Winfrey Show became a cultural phenomenon, and her influence only grew from there. What others see as a weakness can be your greatest strength. Embrace who you are and lean into your unique qualities. They might just be the key to your success. When you hear the name Albert Einstein, you probably think of genius, right? But here's something most people don't know. As a child, Einstein struggled academically. In fact, one of his teachers told him he would never amount to much. Imagine being told that when you're just starting to discover the world. Einstein didn't speak fluently until he was about 4 years old. By the time he was a teenager, his unconventional way of thinking made him a misfit in school. Teachers considered him lazy, slow, and unable to follow instructions. But here's the truth, Einstein wasn't failing, he was just different. He thought in ways that didn't fit the traditional education system. Instead of memorizing facts, he was busy pondering the mysteries of the universe. That curiosity eventually led him to develop the theory of relativity, a groundbreaking concept that reshaped how we understand space, time, and energy. Sometimes, failure isn't about your ability, it's about the world not yet understanding your potential. If you feel like you don't fit in, don't worry. Your uniqueness might just be your greatest strength. Let's take a trip back to the early 1900s. Two brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright, had a crazy idea, building a machine that could fly. At the time, it sounded absurd. Most people laughed at them. Some even called them fools for thinking humans could ever take to the skies. But the Wright brothers didn't let criticism stop them. Instead, they worked tirelessly in their bicycle shop, testing models, crashing prototypes, and starting all over again. They studied wind patterns, designed better engines, and refused to give up. Finally, on December 17, 1903, they made history with the first successful flight of a powered aircraft at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. That single moment changed the course of history, making air travel a reality and connecting the world in ways no one thought possible. Great ideas often sound ridiculous at first. The key is persistence. Don't let doubt, whether it's your own or someone else's, ground you. The sky is literally the limit. Before Mickey Mouse, Disneyland, and the global empire we associate with Walt Disney, he faced repeated failure. In fact, Disney was fired from a newspaper job for lacking imagination. His first animation studio, Laugh-O-Gram Films, went bankrupt, leaving him broke. Yet, Disney never gave up. He used each failure to refine his craft and learn more about the industry. Eventually, he created Mickey Mouse and founded the Walt Disney Company, a brand synonymous with creativity and joy. Failure doesn't mean you lack talent or potential. It often means you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Stay persistent and let each setback teach you something new. Now that we've seen how these famous figures turned their failures into triumphs, it's time to focus on you. How can you apply these lessons to your own life? Here are 3 simple steps. Reframe failure. Instead of seeing failure as an end, view it as feedback. What can you learn from it? Take action. Use your newfound knowledge to adjust your strategy. Whether it's practicing harder, learning a new skill, or seeking advice, take concrete steps forward. Stay resilient. Remember, even the greatest successes come after moments of doubt and despair. Keep going, no matter how tough it gets. The only true failure is giving up. Every step back is an opportunity to leap forward. I will turn my setbacks into comebacks. Failure is the foundation of greatness. The stories of J.K. Rowling, Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, and Walt Disney remind us that failure is not the end. It's the beginning of something extraordinary. So, the next time you face a setback, remember these lessons. Believe in your potential, take action, and trust the process. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What's a failure you faced, and what did it teach you? And don't forget to check out our next video on timeless wisdom. It's packed with more motivational stories to fuel your journey.